it's Sam here from KitchenGadgetsClub.com, and I've got another experiment for you comparing the dual to the stack air fryer. And what I've got is I've got a massive bag of home chips by McCain's, and we can divide them between the machines and see which one makes them best. Frozen chips in the air fryer are so much nicer than cooking them in the oven, and they're just so easy as well, and it's a great way to get used to your air fryer. So for recipes like when you're doing the dual and the stack, or you've just got a brand new air fryer, it's a good starting point for you. And you can also mix and match as well. Do the curly fries, do the chunky ones, or do the thin French fries. There's so much scope of what you can do, and I just love how crispy they go in the air fryer. So I've got my big bag. Shall I divide it between them all?
First, let me explain to you who we are. If you're new around here, my name is Sam, and I've been teaching people how to cook smart with just kitchen gadgets for over 10 years. In fact, we don't even have an oven or a hob in our kitchen. We are double Sunday Times bestsellers, and The Independent calls us the best for beginner cooks. But because we've been creating videos for a while, we've ended up with more than 1,500 recipe videos on our YouTube channel. So what we have done is we have created a recipe index organised by gadget to help you quickly find your next recipe video. You can find them all at KitchenGadgetsClub.com/YouTube, and we would be honoured if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel for more recipe videos like this. So now let's get back to the food.
So we're going to start with the dual drawers. And then just start loading them up. Got quite a few here that's stuck together actually. Get some more in your other one. And then a few more in this one. So then that's the dual. So should we get the stack out now? So is a full bag of large frozen chips. Wow, that took some doing. So now I'm going to pop them on in the various machines. So you've got 2 going on in the dual and 2 going on in the stackable, and we're going to start with 15 minutes at 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit. See how they compare, and then we can check on them. Right, so now these are ready to go on, and these are the ones that are going in the dual. So pop it on. You're looking for the match feature, and you're looking for 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit, and a cook time of 15 minutes, and then press start. That's batch 1. So now let's sort out the stackable. So 1 lot for the bottom, another lot for the top, and then turn it on, and you're doing the exact same thing except the buttons kind of go up. So you're looking for match, you're looking for air fry, you're looking for 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit, and a cook time of 15 minutes, and then press start. And we'll be back in 15 to check on them.
Whilst we're cooking, let me introduce you to Kitchen Gadgets Club. We recommend joining it because it's brilliant for kitchen gadget recipes with step-by-step photos. It's got lots of easy recipes. You can join for as little as £1 a week. It has a library of over 1,000 plus kitchen gadget recipes, and we add 4 new exclusive recipes every single week. Here are just a few of the recipes. Each recipe has both metric and imperial, step-by-step photographs, plenty of useful kitchen gadget advice from experts. Just take a look at some of the photographs. And of course, you can join by heading to KitchenGadgetsClub.com/join. And now, shall we get back to the food? And we've beeped. So shall we check on these frozen chips in the drawer? So that's one drawer. That's the second drawer. I think they're looking pretty good already, methinks. I'm sure you're all thinking the same. And the other ones are nearly done. Oh, there's the beep. So that's what a chip looks like on this one. Some of them are still stuck together because they were kind of stuck together frozen a bit. That's how you shake the air fryer. They're a bit stuck at the bottom, but they're much better now. So that's what your chips are like. Some of them are slightly under, so we can give them a spray in a minute and I can show you what the spray is like. And then, oh dear, that's the problem with the stack, you know, it does a better job at doing whole chickens than it does frozen chips. Because if you look there, that's what people are complaining about with uneven cooking, because you've got your golden ones just sat there at the end, and then at that side they're not looking too great. And now let's see if the top has the same problem. Yep, if you look there, you can see them nice and golden on one side and then looking a bit ropey at the other. So this is a good time to bring in the spray bottles. So for this left side, we're going to be using our extra virgin olive oil that we use all the time because it just helps get an extra crisp. And it's perfect for some frozen chips. And then we're going to do the same on one of the stackable drawers as well. And then this other drawer, we're going to use this new Fry Light one. And of course, this is rather vague over its ingredients, which kind of bothers me. When they say a blend of instead of actually properly listed exactly what's been used. So give it a good shake. And again, we're using this spray again here. So this should help give them some extra colour. So now I'm going to do another 4 minutes on the stackable. So match, air fry, 180 Celsius, 360 Fahrenheit and 4 minutes. And then press start. And I'm going to do just 2 minutes on the Joule because as you could see from them, they're looking pretty good already, and I don't want to end up accidentally overcooking them because you can see there's a bit of a difference in the colouring on them. And then press start. And we have beeped, so let us show you the chips. And that's one batch of chips. That's the other. And there's really not much in it when you look at spraying there. And if you think about it, one of them's saying that it's done exactly for air frying. And then the other one is just extra virgin olive oil spray. So if you think that you can't use olive oil spray, then you absolutely can. Just look at the quality of those chips. And then we've got another minute and a bit left on this one, so we'll be back shortly. And we've beeped, so shall we see what the chips are looking like? Bearing in mind they've already done 2 more minutes more than the other ones, but look, there's still a lot of them there that still don't have decent colour to them. And the same again there. So it hasn't made that much difference with the olive oil on them, and I do put a lot of it down to the fact that the stack doesn't seem to be able to cook evenly when you're talking about smaller amounts of foods in there. It's like it bypasses them. Yet something like a whole chicken, it does amazingly good. So it's just such a shame there, isn't it? So what you could do is you could put the chips on for a bit longer. So let's put them on for about another 3 minutes and I can show you if there's any major difference, because I'm sure you want to know what the difference is like on them. So 180 Celsius, 360 Fahrenheit, another 3 minutes, and then press start. And we've beeped. So should we check on these chips? Bottom first.
So they're improving, but they still don't have that goldenness all over. It's like, if you look at them, there's bits of them that are looking really good, and then other ones that look rubbish. For example, look at that one there. Let me get it closer up. That one there. It's a bit hot on the fingers, but that's a good example of ones that are under, and it's those at the back that are really struggling to get crispy when you have a single layer of food like this. Whilst if you have a lot of food in there, so for example, we're back to the whole chicken again, then it's fine, but it just can't seem to give an even cook when there's a small amount of food, like the air vents that go above it and past it kind of thing. So before we jump into the next recipe, what I want to talk about is air fryer, easy every day. You know, if you've been a listener to our podcast or watched our videos for a while, you've probably heard of it. But if you're using a stack, did you know it was actually made with the Ninja Joule in mind? It was made so that those that had a dual air fryer had a cookbook to use, and they understood the difference between basket air frying and dual air frying. So every single recipe in the cookbook has basket and dual air fryer instructions, and it also changes the recipes slightly on certain ones. For example, ones where you could cook the food directly in there versus needing a container if using a basket. We cover both of those in this book. So let me show you inside it so I can actually give you some examples of how you can use it. And of course, it's available on Amazon. Simply search on Amazon Sam and Dom Milner, search air fryer Sam and Dom, whichever you prefer. And then, for example, when we've done the accessories picture, we've got little rectangular casserole dishes, which of course we recommend for Jules. And then we've got a lot of great recipes in here, but I'm just looking for some examples that would help you, particularly if you've got a Joule. For example, in the meat chapter, we cover a beef Wellington, but of course a big beef Wellington wouldn't fit in a Joule, so we also give you instructions on how to do a small one or to do minis, depending on what you prefer. We also have symbols with every recipe so that you know which air fryers it's best suited for. So you'll notice every single one has the Joule symbol, but some are suitable for air fryer ovens and mini air fryers. That is we also have a doner kebab recipe in there. Then another great that we have that's brilliant for the Joule is homemade fish fingers and chips. So then you can be doing the chips in one drawer, the fish fingers in another. Another one that's interesting, if you do have a Joule, is the fact that we've got soup in there and you can roast it in the bottom versus putting it in a dish if you've got an air fry basket. We've got a macaroni cheese, so you could use a rectangular casserole dish in the Joule versus a square one if you've got an air fry basket. So it's a nice mix of the different ways that you can actually do it. The same with cauliflower cheese, you know, getting a dish that fits a Joule is the key to that. And then our favourites for using for the Joule is our 7 days of dinners. Because in this, we have these some favourite blue silicone dishes of ours. And what's brilliant here is we did a moussaka and we did one in each drawer. So you could actually freeze one if you wanted to. And the best of them all was the toad in the hole, because you could do a small toad in the hole in each Joule drawer, or if you had the air fryer basket, you could just do one big one. We loved that for this. And again, with the curry, you can cook the curry in the bottom when you've got a Joule. And then when you're doing a lamb roast, you can do the lamb in one and the potatoes in the other. And it's just got so much choice if you've got a Joule. And the same with the sausage rolls, you can do half in one drawer, half in the other. And you can, we also show you how to do mini cheesecakes so you can fit them in the different drawers. And same with shortbread, and we have some afternoon tea in there as well. So that is a brilliant one for you. So in summary, if you are doing frozen chips in the Ninja Joule or the Ninja Stackable, I think the main difference with the Stackable there is that they don't cook evenly. So you're going to have some that are really golden and some that are pale. And no matter how much you try, those pale ones never seem to hit the same level of crispiness as the other ones. Whilst the ones in the dual, they don't look as cooked because they've had a less of a cook time, but if you look, there's very much an even cook on them. There's really not much difference between them, like for like, from chip to chip, which shows that the temperature goes around a lot more. Whilst with this one, you've got ones that look nice and well done, and then you've got other ones that look under. Like there's none that were in the dual that look that far under, so it just shows you the difference there between the chips. And whenever I get asked about the uneven cooking in there, I find that it's stuff that's not that deep in the air fryer, so the air is kind of going past them and above them rather than hitting it on the spot. And that's the problem with the air technology coming in from the back rather than coming up top, or with the Philips air fryer, which is the best one, circulating it everywhere. So you'll only really notice a problem if you were getting a stackable air fryer with foods that you just cook on a small single layer. So that's things like these frozen chips. The same would apply to something like chicken nuggets as well. We've had hit and miss with steak in there. We've seen quite a few people complain about pork chops that way. So like I said, it's just food that's on a really thin layer in there, and it's just kind of going past it. Whilst you cook a whole chicken in there, and you cook something deeper like muffins, and they are absolutely brilliant. So do note that there is a big difference there. So it depends what you're going to cook every day with it to whether or not you want one or not. So if you're going to cook a lot of small portions of chips or sausage and chips, then it's really going to annoy you. Whilst if you were cooking a lot of big dinners, whole chickens and things, you're going to love it. And I think that's why there's such a love-hate relationship in the stack communities, with some people loving it and some people hating it. I think it's very much comes down to what you're actually cooking with it. So do experiment with some foods if you have got one and you're struggling a bit, and hopefully this video has been helpful and can help you understand the difference and how it works. Thanks for watching, and now you've seen a glimpse into our ovenless world. And of course, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is what I call one of our step-by-step instruction videos. If you would rather have short and sweet, don't forget to check out our shorts. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, TikTok and Instagram. And if you want to find videos quickly, if you head over to KitchenGadgetsClub.com/YouTube, you can see an A to Z list of all our YouTube videos, so you can find videos by Kitchen Gadget. And I'll see you again soon.